teaching, the body of the teachings. And that has, again, the first is praise or the homage. Homage. And is what? Is homage. And that is in English is translated to the Supreme Presiding Master of all Buddhas, families, or all the families and the mandalas, and to the Sugatagarbha, I bow with undivided head. So that is the praise or homage. So now we go over these meanings. This praise is a very tradition in Buddhism, and every those great masters, when they write or compose teachings, and always they give praise. Because in the teaching said what that means, why they do that? That because they're honoring to the source of these teachings. This is the lineage teachings. Everyone is really goes to the lineage. It comes from Buddha Shakyamuni, who came 2,600 years ago. So therefore, one way or the other, or any different maybe poems, but they always praise to the lineage, to the Buddhas, or Buddha, Dharma, Sanghas. And that also, according to the teaching, that tells that the writer or the who will give a teaching is also very humble and also lined up to the lineage. And also in that indicating indirectly that writer or that teacher who is that is already going to keep the lineage teaching authentically. So therefore that teaching is quite authentic. Not quite authentic. Quite. And by doing that, also in the teaching said it will accumulate the marriages. And according to Buddha's teaching, in order to get enlightenment, or in order to discover our Buddha nature, our own Buddha nature from the midst of the duality, we need power of the merit. Those merit are called wisdom merit and accumulation merit that you all know. So by doing this praise, we will accumulate in merits. Wisdom merit, accumulation merit. Because also by that, according to the teaching, it will also remove the obstacles. At least remove the obstacle to compose that teaching, if they're writing something. And it will also bring the fulfillment, and also it will establish the foundation, or it's going to benefit to others. Because in the Buddhism, when they write something, according to the teaching, everything is based upon the compassion to benefit to the others or to benefit one's own self. To benefit one's own self, to benefit the others. So therefore, it will create all those kind of clear pathway to fulfill all those goals and to the praise. But this time, praise is to who? He said, as you see here, Sugatagarbha, or what? Sugatagarbha. That is what praise is. And so here what he said, if you think carefully, think where it said it. And said, the Supreme Presiding Master of all the family and mandala. Who is that? Here not really praising particularly Buddha Shakyamuni's names, but Sugatagarbha. Sugatagarbha is Supreme Lord of the families and as well as all the mandalas. That is That is what is praising. So that, who is that Sugatagarbha? And of course, Sugatagarbha can be as Buddha Samvedabhadras, or the absolute Dharmakaya state of the Buddha Shakyamunis. But what is Sugatagarbha? Of course, you all know. Many of you, we all know. I know a little bit, you know a little bit maybe, or you know more. I'm not kidding. I'm not saying this is really kind of joke. Definitely. Yeah. But I'm going to, anyway, if you know more, even I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Sugatagarbha is the nature of our mind. And this Sugatagarbha is, and in Tibet, what is the name? Sugatagarbha, exactly that translated into Tibet by those great translators. Sugatagarbha. They were Sherik Dorje Nӧnpo. Sugata means what? Gone. Sugata means, Su means beautiful. Gata means gone. And Sugata. And then Sugatagarbha means essence. So essence of the beautiful gone, in a way. That, what is that? Sugata. Is our nature. Su. Su means perfect. Perfect. Gata is gone. Shipa in Devara Shipa, translated Devara Shipa in the Buddha's way, but that Shipa is with, Sugata is with us. For example, if we could repair that Sugata to us, is going to go beautifully if we explore this. This going to lead us beautifully. Beautifully and perfectly with comfortably. That is so Gata. And that Garbha means what? Essence. So that is the essence of our nature will go beautifully. If we really follow with these directions, or if we accord with that. That is the meaning, word meaning of the Sugatagarbha. Then it has different meaning. I mean, synonyms, so many synonyms. This is the really heart essence, according to Mahayana, Sutra Mahayana, according to Vajra, this is the heart essence of the Buddha teachings. Buddha teachings. It has a name known as also Tathagatagarbha. Devya Nӧnpo in Tibet. Same thing. Tathagatagarbha. Sugatagarbha. And also it has a name Dharma Dhatu. This is synonym of Dharma Dhatu. Also it has a name such as Dharmakaya. All this also has a name as original nature of the mind, pneumasi. Or it has a name in the Dzogchen teaching. Teacher always said self-born wisdoms or self-born awareness. And then sometimes also it has a name, or not sometimes, synonym as a bodhicitta. This has so many names, even it has so many names, but refer to the same thing. Same thing to our own nature. And of course, you all know that, why I'm saying our own nature. According to the great teacher, Buddha Shakyamuni, we all inherited this nature. No one is out of this nature as long as they are sentient beings. Sentient beings or living beings. Every living being, regardless whatever karmic situation they are going through, but no one is out of this nature. To every living being, from the hell realms to the God's realms, everyone has same nature, same qualities. It's not just same nature, is a one nature. Each of us has unique their own natures. Each of us. As a mustard seed has oils. It's not just one oil, everyone's. Each of seed has oil. Same way, each of our living beings inherited the enlightenment, the promising nature, the potential is existing right with us. This nature is in the teaching said, is never diluted in the samsara or never devalued where we're going through many different situations, karmas, never change, never devalued, not become bad. And when we're going to get enlightenment, it's not going to improve anything. It's always, and for that reason, and what in the great teacher Buddha said, this Tathagata-garbha is ordinary nature, always is like that. Nothing really changed. So this is the nature that we all inherit. And this is then, as I said, in the Mahayana teaching is told so clearly by great teacher Buddha Shakyamuni. In the teaching, great master Mapam Rinpoche, he said that great teachings of Mahayana teachings are known as two teachings. Second tuning well of Dharma and third tuning well of Dharma. Second tuning well of Dharma is teachings mainly on the Panchaparamata. Panchaparamata teaching is what? You all know. Teachings in the teachings that from the form aggregate all the way to enlightenment state is the emptiness. So that means Buddha give teachings, everything is emptiness. From the form, that means from form aggregates, feeling aggregates, perception aggregates, conception aggregates, consciousness aggregates, and all the path and all the bhumis, enlightenment is emptiness. Then what about this Tathagata-garbha, what Buddha taught? That great Master Maharaj said, this Tathagata-garbha, this nature, Tathagata-garbha or the Sugatagarbha, has naturally quality of the emptiness. Therefore, in the Dzogchen teaching said, nature is emptiness. And is it kind of more in it Tibetan word? I'm sure many of you know Tibetans. Nature is empty. Ramvi sarva. Again, Ramvi is display. Is maybe I translate display. Display is clarity. And Tugye Koncha, their energy is pervasive, all pervasive. That is what Tathagata-garbha is. Nature is emptiness. And energy, maybe I translate it. Energy is clarity. And the union is pervasive. I'm translating, but in the Tibetan word, Ngowa Tungpa, Rami Sarva, Tugye Koncha. Many of you know that. That is what is. So great Master Maharaj taught, and as well as Lungkimpa said, in the Panchaparamata teaching, Buddha explored the emptiness aspect of this Tathagata-garbha. Tathagata-garbha in this way. Buddha explained so. Why? Because this emptiness teaching is directly antidote of the grasping, clinging.